to hear from Dr. T.P. Shashikumar. You interact with the different religious groups and different nationalities.
Namaskaram. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalam.
I think I heard a lot of good points from all the great imams. Few days I was listening to the yogis. I have not seen any difference. I believe imam is the title equivalent to yogi. Probably you have in different languages different words to different regions geographically in the world will have different traits and patterns. Honoring sun as the god is the Indian practice. I keep saying nothing wrong in Gulf when I go. I love to see the moon, not the sun. Because sun is little harsh in Gulf. Night is so cool and good. So if somebody believes sun is the god and if somebody else believes moon is the god, nothing wrong. Prayers are same. If you chant, listen to the waves in the sea. If somebody knows Om, they will think it is Om. If somebody knows his prayer, you can also listen to that. I may say, Inshallah is what the seas keep on saying. How does it matter? Rituals are mostly common. We say if you want to get moksha, if you want to make your relatives happier, if you want to serve somebody else, do fasting. Fasting is part of most of the religious practices. We share a lot of common practices. So there is a parallel, there is a connection between what is being done by different religions. So I think probably I also learned Sufi meditation. One of the best lovable meditation. I don't know, I told Dileepji the other day, a beautiful dance and then get into samadhi immediately after sweating, after a beautiful dance. I don't think, I was telling we should have a mix of all these programs. We need African tribal dance, we need Afghanistan Sufi dance. Everything is required. Everything together should be Amity University syllabus for actually teaching Yogasana. Correct? We need a dance, we need music. I don't know what a beautiful music and dance. If you have not, any one of you have not seen the Sufi dance form. But only some difference could be there. When you do pray, you pray alone. But in some bhajans are also there when you do it in together. So you can see people do alone, people also do together. I am from a small village in Kerala where probably 50% of Muslims and 50% of Hindus in the center of the city. In the mountain regions we have a lot of Christians. All of them will come to the city. So invariably we have one third. My school, which is in my management, we share the compound wall between the mosque and the school. And we only gave land to the mosque also. And next to that is the temple. So I think it's all together. It's like we have got different systems of medicine. We cannot say one system is good, the other is bad. Everything is good. So it all depends on what is that you want to do it. I'm sure I gave examples of fasting. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, all that if you look at it, to get into that mood, you need to be in tapas. You need to be in Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhanam. All these are part of the celebrations which if you look at during the Ramadan, you can exactly see a parallel between these two. So describing in very specific word, probably when a teacher teaches, if he keeps saying that you should think about Ishvara, instead of that you will have to think about Allah. That's all the difference. The ear can listen to the sound, but inside how do you take makes a difference. What is important is get the most out of the salat. Salat is called the Muslim prayer. Correct, Imam? Salat is Muslim prayer. Yeah, what is most important is to get best out of salat. What is required for all of us to get into that best? For that, what is the prescription? Your body has to be straight, backbone has to be straight. You should not tilt and stretch the. All this is part of any yogasana which we do. No, we keep saying the body has to be straight. The way the asanas are being done, you can see exactly in the way the prayers are being conducted. I don't think connecting to the universe, connecting to the world, maybe you are looking to the east, somebody else is looking to the, when you are in India, you may look to the northwest. That's all the difference. Where do you look, it doesn't matter, because if east is sun, definitely west is moon. It's only reflections, sun reflected in the moon. So it says manam darpana samanam. The mind is like a mirror. I know how to reflect when things comes to me. If I would have taken birth in a different region, in the midst of that religion, I would also have become what I am not today, somebody else. So it's all the practices, it's all taking care of the physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual growth. Whatever style, whatever path you take, the whole thing leads to the same point. That is spirituality. I think every religion is a beautiful music, but the essence of that music is the raga tala, which is totally embedded in the spiritual path. That is what I believe. I think that's good enough to understand anybody from any religion. But only thing, the way we understand, others also must understand this is also having some parallel and learn. That is what is essential.
Like when we had a yoga conference festival in Egypt, that was in 2006, and some of the people said, "Oh, we cannot do Om chanting." I said, "You don't have to do Om chanting. You just do your prayer. That's the important thing."
You have a beautiful meditation song with Allahu Akbar as a song.
Yeah, in the morning early when they have the prayer, it will show that waves of sounds will come.
When you go to Oman, in some of the, only in Kerala and all, when I heard Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, I have a different style. But when you go to Oman and then listen to that, it looks like a different prayer for all of us. You can't distinguish whether it is Sanskrit prayer or no. I had this confusion. I was asking somebody else from which temple the prayer is coming. They said, no, it's from the mosque. Because when you listen from far, it all remains same. There are a lot of interaction between all these religions. And in Kerala, the oldest mosque, that was Chairman Perumal's contribute. It was gifted. It looks like exactly like a temple. Like if somebody wanted to see the oldest mosque in India, you must come to Kodungalur, which is in Kerala, which was gifted by one of the king. I come from Kannur. We had the first queen, Muslim queen, where what happened was the king was converted into Muslim and he went to Makkah. When he went to Makkah, what he did was he converted his sister into a Muslim and then given that power of ruling the area of Kannur. So we had probably, I don't think any Muslim country had a queen ruling the land, but we had in my district in Kannur is the place where first probably the Muslim lady ruled our land.
Another important thing is Swami Bua used to live at Shah of Iran. 7 years he stayed there and he taught yoga to all the members. In 2000, I met Shah's daughter and granddaughters. came to our class in Manhattan, then I was asking all the questions. They don't have any issues because Swami was involved with all the health department, So sometimes people don't want other people to get the teachings, and so they will lose their control, For us, we have to educate people, and they have to find out a healthy way of living.
I think we have temples in Kerala where the festival in the temple will happen only when the sugar is supplied from one of the Muslim families.
Right.
I remember my father, most of the properties had a sharehold with one of the Bappan Haji. He is called Bappan Haji. And I lost my father when I was 4 years old. Whenever I want pocket money, I could run into his house where his shirt, I remember they have a green belt in which different pockets are there, and a big shirt. I could go into his house, get into the shirt, and then take as much money I want and then run. Sometimes he used to hold my hand and say, "Are you my son? Why are you taking money from my pocket?" I had that liberty in the Muslim houses. So we have never seen a difference between whether it is my father's brother. That's how I dealt. Even today, their children and we have so much of relation, probably not with other friends or maybe other cousins we have. So I don't think there is any difference in living together in terms of practices. May be different. I may like some food, somebody else may like some food. I may like to talk in different languages. When I travel from one state to another state, I speak a different language. That doesn't mean I must have gone to most of the dargahs. We have in India, most of the places we have dargah. I am from Hyderabad. Hyderabad is a wonderful place where we have, the original name of Hyderabad was Bhagyanagar. And Abad means made by. Most of the Indian best cities are renamed by Muslims. And when Charminar was built, there was a temple, that is Bhagya Devi temple. In one of the pillar in Charminar, Minaram, even today daily puja happens. It is a Minaram in the center of the city, Hyderabad. If somebody gets a chance, don't take a round and go. Take a close look at it. In one of the corner, there is a Devi temple, and Nizam always thought his fortune is keeping the Devi at the pillar of the minaret. So I think we had
the Vavar and the Ayyappa.
Shabarimala, Ayyappa and Vavar. Ayyappa is the god and the Vavar was the gunman for him. And when you go to Shabarimala on the top of the temple, first every Swami who goes to the temple has to go to the Vavar Swami first. He is also called Vavar Swami. Vavar is a Muslim. If you believe Ayyappa, I don't know whether it's a Hindu or not, because we never had a religion for our gods. They were God for everybody. Correct? So I think these are all only small classroom partitions. When you pass from grade 1 to grade 2, grade 3, when you reach the PG, everybody is in same class. When you study in LKG, UKG, you have different uniforms. I keep saying police people have different uniforms. Every state can have their own costumes. But the central government deputes Indian police service, IPS people, they don't even wear uniform. But they are considered as greatest, So the uniform is only at the lower level. When you reach at the spiritual level, everybody is otherwise also uniform. You don't require another shirt for that. That's what I believe.
Imam, I want to say something.
Inshallah, we will see sometime, Imam.
Thank you. We'll see you. Thank you for a wonderful explanation of what you were talking about. Dr. Guruji, I thank you for the opportunity to be part of this 28th World Yoga Festival. And it was a pleasure and honor to hear from other Islamic scholars their thought from Islamic perspective. And I'm so glad that I had my 2 cents part of it. And this is what we are. We are one family from Adam and Eve. We are cousins, regardless of our religious and spiritual beliefs and orientations. We need to pray to God Almighty for our peace, equal justice, and unity among entire humanity. So in Quran, in chapter, I think, in chapter 112, chapter Falak, the 5th verse, Lakum dinukum waliyadin. You believe what you believe, I believe what I believe, but let's work together for tomorrow's betterment for our families, for our humanity. So this is great learning, great teaching, and I appreciate Doctor who explained there is not much differences between religions and so on, and yoga and ritual prayers. I will have to sign out.